Before we dive into this story, if you love following heartfelt, behind-the-scenes moments between your favorite stars, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a single update. Now let's begin. There are moments the world isn't meant to see. Moments too precious, too raw, too real to be caught on camera. But when the private reunion of Dylan Wang and Shen Yue leaked online, it became one of those rare times when the line between public life and personal truth blurred. The result? A wave of awe, tenderness, and endless whispers that swept across social media like wildfire. For years, Dylan Wang and Shen Yue have been the subject of endless speculation. From their undeniable chemistry in Meteor Garden to scattered sightings and cryptic social media posts, the possibility of something more between them has lingered in fans' hearts. Still, nothing could have prepared anyone for this. It began quietly, in the corner of a small, tucked-away cafe on the outskirts of Shanghai. The kind of place you wouldn't expect to find two global stars. There were no flashy lights, no red carpets, no stylists fussing over their outfits. Just a warm, amber glow, the soft hum of acoustic guitar music, and the low murmur of quiet conversations. Dylan arrived first. Dressed in a simple white hoodie and a worn baseball cap pulled low, he blended almost seamlessly into the evening crowd. But there was a certain energy about him, a quiet anticipation, as if he were waiting for someone who meant far more than words could express. And then she appeared. Shen Yue stepped through the doorway, wearing an oversized beige coat and a scarf that framed her face in soft folds. The second Dylan saw her, the corners of his lips lifted into a smile so genuine, so unguarded, that it seemed to melt the cool autumn air between them. They didn't rush into an embrace, but the way they looked at each other, it was as if no time had passed. The rest of the cafe seemed to fade into nothing, leaving just the two of them in a world only they could see. The leaked photos and short video clips that emerged later would tell the story. The stolen glances, the bursts of laughter, the quiet moments when one would lean in close to speak, and the other would listen as if the entire universe depended on every word. What fans noticed most, however, were the little things. The way Dylan absent-mindedly tapped his fingers on the table in rhythm to Shen Yue's soft giggles. The way Shen Yue brushed an invisible crumb off his sleeve, her hand lingering just a fraction longer than necessary. The way their knees almost touched under the table, as though pulled together by some unseen force. One particularly telling moment was caught on a grainy phone video. Dylan sliding a small, gift-wrapped box across the table. Shen Yue's eyes widened, and for a split second, her lips formed a perfect O of surprise before she laughed, covering her mouth with her hands. She didn't open it right away. Instead, she placed her palm gently over the box, as if savoring the gesture more than the gift itself. That video clip alone sent social media spiraling. What was in the box? Was it jewelry? A memento? Something only the two of them would understand. No one knows for sure. And maybe that's the beauty of it. The mystery, the intimacy, the idea that not everything needs to be explained. But the night didn't end in the cafe. Later, they were spotted leaving together, stepping into the cool night air. The lights from the street lamps painted golden halos around them as they walked side by side. At one point, Dylan shrugged off his hoodie and draped it over Shen Yue's shoulders, his hand resting there for just a moment before falling back to his side. That single image, Shen Yue in his hoodie walking close to him, became the photograph every fan reposted, edited, and captioned with words like forever, destiny, and unspoken love. It wasn't grand or dramatic. It wasn't a public declaration or a scripted scene. It was something far rarer, real, unguarded connection. And maybe that's why it hit so hard. Because in the glittering, high-pressure world of entertainment, moments like this aren't supposed to happen without being curated, planned, and polished for public consumption. Yet here it was, imperfect, private, and utterly human. Of course, as with any leaked celebrity moment, reactions were mixed. Many fans were overwhelmed with joy, flooding comment sections with heart emojis and messages of support. Others urged for caution, asking the public to give Dylan and Shen Yue the space they deserve. One fan wrote, "We've waited so long for a moment like this. Let's not ruin it for them by overanalyzing or intruding. Let them have this." And yet, the curiosity is impossible to stop. Industry insiders whispered that Dylan and Shen Yue had always kept in touch, even after their projects ended. Despite rumors of other relationships, They never lost the easy friendship and unspoken bond they built while filming together. For years, their interactions were limited to brief public reunions, award shows, promotional events. But this was different. This was personal. Some believe the reunion was planned to coincide with Dylan's brief break from filming abroad. Others think it was a spur-of-the-moment decision, a just-us kind of night after too many months apart. Whatever the reason, it was clear from their faces that the time together meant something important. It's in the way Dylan's eyes softened when Shen Yue spoke, as if he were memorizing every word. It's in the way Shen Yue leaned closer whenever he laughed, her hand sometimes resting lightly on his arm. It's in the pauses between sentences, the moments where no one spoke because they didn't need to. The silence was already saying everything. Those who were there that night say there was a comfort between them that couldn't be faked, a sense of home. And maybe that's why fans felt so deeply moved when the reunion leaked. It wasn't about drama or scandal. It wasn't about proving a relationship status or creating headlines. It was about something far more universal. Two people reconnecting in a way that reminded everyone what it feels like to truly be seen. The truth is, we may never know exactly what Dylan Wang and Shen Yue mean to each other now. Are they rekindling something from the past? Simply enjoying a close friendship? Testing the waters for something more? But maybe the answer doesn't matter. What matters is that, in that small cafe and along that quiet street, there was warmth. There was laughter. There was something that made the entire world stop for a moment. And perhaps that's enough. For now, Dylan Wang and Shen Yue have not commented publicly about the reunion. Neither has posted about it on social media. It's as if they're keeping it for themselves, guarding the memory from the noise of the world. And maybe that's the most romantic thing of all. Because love, whether it's beginning, ending, or simply existing in a moment, doesn't always need an audience. Sometimes, it's at its most beautiful when it's behind closed doors. So to Dylan Wang and Shen Yue, thank you for reminding us of that. And to the fans, let's hold this story gently. Let's remember that some magic is best preserved in whispers. If you want to keep following stories like this, moments of real emotion, real connection, don't forget to subscribe. You never know which quiet moment might be the next to take our breath away.